Network, now the largest new media platform on the web and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
From the Kari Feinstein Emmy Style Lounge at the world-famous Mondrian Hotel on Sunset Blvd and streaming live on Ustream, this is AfterBuzz TV's Kari Feinstein Emmy Style Lounge Introduction Special. We'll give you all the details of who, what, when, and why. And now, picking up where the show leaves off and the buzz continues, it's AfterBuzz TV's Introduction Special.
Welcome all our AfterBuzz TV viewers and listeners. We are here live at the Kari Feinstein Style Lounge. We are here for AfterBuzz TV. As you know, the Emmys are coming up on Sunday. These are the gift suites. We are here live with the founder of AfterBuzz TV, Keven Undergaro.
The man who makes it all happen. He really does.
No, actually, Phil Svitek makes it all happen.
Phil
Ably
Svitek.
assisted by John Comerford and
Jesse Janity,
Janity,
John Comerford, but you...
I started, but I get credit for having a laptop computer and putting in 2 microphones
and
doing a podcast.
And for hosting Jersey Shore with
Yes.
more gusto and power than
Yes.
I've ever seen
Yes.
humanly possible.
That's it, yeah, and hosting our Jersey Shore after show.
There you go.
Well, basically, to kick off, we'll be live 6 hours today, 6 hours tomorrow, doing all of our best Emmy-nominated shows. But we wanted to kick it off and discuss AfterBuzz TV so that our viewers and listeners at home know what we're about.
Yes.
Kevin had this fabulous idea. He came to me last summer with this idea. Can you just tell our viewers and listeners what AfterBuzz TV is?
We are a new media network that produces after shows for all of your favorite TV shows. And it started because Maria Menounos, who also is a founder, I guess, on this, Maria loved Breaking Bad. Loved it. And came into the show, I think, in the 3rd season. So she rented all the DVDs, went through them, and then became so obsessed with the show and then went online to kind of see where she could interact with fans and found there wasn't much other than message boards. And she wanted more. And at the same time, I had read an article in Variety right after the Lost series finale aired. And it said there was so much internet activity after the finale that, in layman's terms, there was almost a dent in the internet. So much bandwidth was consumed, it was crazy, all because of the Lost finale. But again, the complaint from many of the Lost fans was there was no one place that they could go. They were all over. Some went to the Lost website, others went to some forums and blogs, and it just all splintered. And again, even if there was one place to go, there was no one place that they could intimately go with audio, with video. It's mainly blog and message boards. And so when Maria had said this to me, I said, it's funny, I just read this article, and I said, your career, and I've been managing Maria for quietly behind the scenes for the last 13 years, and one of the things I've always said to her, I said, your presence is very weak in the internet. It's very weak in new media. And I said, we need to do something. I've said for the last few years, we need to do something about that. The problem is in our business, Maria's reps are with CAA at the time and now with WME. But new media, it's like old school just still doesn't get it. I mean, they know they have to be part of it in some way. They know they have to dedicate some time to it because it is the future, but it's still not the now. To digress a little bit, CBS, Les Moonves, not much into that. He's much more into the now, and that's why his network's #1. He's into the now, whereas like some of the other guys, like Jeff Zucker and the other people, they're into the later, the future. And even though new media is even though it's not the now, it is the future. So it does deserve the time and the effort, but the highest levels of people in our business, at least that was a year ago, were like, I don't know. So
people were initially skeptical about AfterBuzz.
Yeah.
The
it was like,
behind
great idea, but new
what
media.
What are you going to do with it? Yeah.
Right, and I was like, well, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, Maria, you need to be in this space, and you have a passion for this, and anyone will tell you that starts a business or a new venture. If you study biographies of people, they'll all say the same thing. They never did it for the money. They did it because it was something they loved. Every person will tell you that. They
Completely.
loved it, especially if it's like startups, things from the ground up. It was because they loved it. So I said, Maria, you love this. You have a passion for this show, and you need to be in new media. And I'm a big talk. I've always been a big talk radio fan. I love talk radio, and
I know you're a Howard Stern fan.
huge Howard Stern
Yep.
fan. It's huge. And seeing that the technology could be out there to do that, but without having a 50,000 watt antenna or $1 billion worth of gear in space and satellite, really intrigued me. And so Shmiri's like, okay, you know what? We talked about business managers, and they said, you know what? Give it a shot. Go play around. Here's some money. Go play around. And so we did, and Mari was on board from the beginning, and then Phil Svitek was on board. Thank God, was on board from the beginning, and eventually, we started out with the Jersey Shore. And
Was that your first broadcast?
that was our
Yes.
first broadcast.
You were on it too?
I was on the very first
Very first
broadcast
one.
for AfterBuzz TV, and where you sold me on it last summer when you called me was when you were talking about Lost, because I was one of those Lost fans who I was an avid Lost watcher. Right after the finale ended, I couldn't understand this theory, that theory, so I went online to the blogs. And what's so great about AfterBuzz TV is we do all that searching for you. So we're kind of that one-stop shop. When you want to know, okay, what does this mean, or we don't get that, you watch AfterBuzz TV. We have all the news, all the gossip, all the predictions, guests, people from the show who can analyze, explain, and that's what I love so much. It's a one-stop shop for these television fans.
Me too. I
So-
absolutely love that. I just wrapped up the Pretty Little Liars after show, which was so much fun. I wish you would have been on it. I don't know if you watch it,
The
but
Liar Show is huge for us.
it was
Yeah.
really, really
Lot of downloads.
something that I thought was going to be small, and it wound up being huge. And I can't tell you how many people would tweet me, and they would say, thank you for going on air and rehashing it and nitpicking every little detail, because I didn't understand that when I was watching it. So
Right.
thanks to your expert of panels that sit there and do the AfterBuzz show together, I understand it better. So
And then-
it's multifunctional, I think, on a lot of levels. And it's really fun and really interactive, which I think is super, super key. You guys can call in. Can they call in today?
Today they can't call in.
They can't
I
call
don't think
in.
they can call in today.
But during any of any of these beautiful shows over here, you can call in and ask us questions. Sometimes we'll have stars in the studio, and you can call in and interact with your favorite stars from your favorite shows. So it really is one-stop shopping.
Because it is a new media, though, obviously it's a new field. So, Kevin, can you explain how people find us, where they can watch us, where they can listen, and how they can interact?
Well, there's so many places to find us now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
If you're into the video end, and just to tell you, a lot of our hosts are so dynamic, and I keep telling Phil, when are we doing an AfterBuzz calendar? Because the girls on our network are gorgeous. Beautiful girls. There's not one girl on the network that's not beautiful. And so, I think that drives our video more. And I think now that we're getting more stars to come in the studio, it's driving the video more. However, the bread and butter is in our audio, which is on iTunes.
We actually have 80,000 listeners worldwide downloading our iTunes podcast.
Yeah,
which
on
is
separate
huge.
podcasts. So
On
now, if you
separate
think of the whole network, it's probably into almost 1 million. It could be.
Yeah.
If you do go over the whole network.
Yeah.
But we do, and we've found that we have downloads from all over the world because we get those stats. And one of the reasons why our bandwidth, we went with one bandwidth company, and those are the people that basically give you the juice to be able to
To go up online.
to go up online and to withstand all the downloads. And I went to this one company and I said, listen, I'll pay for your premium service. Like, oh, we don't think you're going to need it for your needs. I said, no. I said, that's what we want. So we went with it. And within, I think it was 3 months, they called screaming on the phone. What is this porn? Like, this is crazy. This isn't what I said, you guys said unlimited, and you find out it's not
We
really
crashed their
unlimited.
servers,
We
right?
did. And so now finally we're with Akamai, which is Boston, which is perfect because Maria and I are from Boston, so it's a perfect marriage. But we're seeing with the amount, we can actually see the downloads and what we're consuming, and it's incredible because American TV is not just popular here, it's popular worldwide. So we'll see like Guam, we'll see Australia, Japan, China. It's
all over.
incredible the downloads that we're getting for our shows. Which again, technologically speaking, takes a lot. But to answer your question, Ustream, iTunes, we're also on Stitcher. I'm sure we'll be doing stuff on YouTube.
Yeah.
I think the best places is Ustream and iTunes. And the reason everyone goes to iTunes. iTunes is very convenient. You can download it. You listen. You can call people like listen to us on their way to work. But Ustream, it's very cool because the whole network has been very supportive of us.
And you can join in the chat live
Yes.
on
Yes.
Ustream.
And Jesse's always, our engineer, Jesse Janity, he's always monitoring the chat, throwing out the funniest little quirks or questions that people have. So
Yeah.
we are very interactive with the fans out there.
Definitely.
Obviously, a huge reason why people tune in is because of their passionate love for these television shows. But an added draw, I think, is the eclectic mix of people that we have hosting these shows. Can you speak to
100%.
a little bit about how you find your hosts, criteria you look for them, some of the special people that you think really stand out?
Well, you know, it all started from that first show for Jersey Shore. It exploded. Why did it explode? Because at the end of the day, we were crazy fans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we kept saying, I don't know, Michelle Macedo. What do you want, Michelle Macedo? She's talking to me as I'm on camera.
We have a
Hi, come on
guest.
in.
Fabulous.
We have a guest. We love
Hi,
guests.
come
sit
on
down,
in.
honey.
Nice to meet you.
I'm Keven Undergaro with
Hi,
AfterBuzz
nice to
TV.
meet you.
I'm Deidre.
Hi,
Pleasure
nice
to
to
meet
meet
you.
you.
Hi, I'm
Mari.
Hi, nice to meet you too.
We're very organic here. We're just going to throw you into the mix.
Okay.
Happy Emmys.
Yay!
Are you excited? Yeah,
It's
are you
always a fun
excited?
season.
Yeah?
It's always fun.
Are you-
Everybody getting dolled up and all the energy in the town. It's
You
great.
look
I
great.
was going to say, you're here at the Style Lounge. You're getting glammed up and gifted with all his swag.
I know, it's like Christmas. It's ridiculous.
I was going to say, rough part of your job, right?
Yeah, it's really hard to go to work today. I just walk through and get awesome stuff. Yeah.
Are you enjoying yourself? Yeah.
And
I
also,
am,
since
I am,
we're
I am.
here, prior to the Emmys, I want to hear, what are your predictions, especially for your show? What are you guys nominated for? Who do you think will win?
You know, we were only nominated for one this year, and it was for Loretta Devine, and she won. So, but that happened last week. So she won a guest star for Grey's Anatomy. But yeah, I know this year we didn't get nominated for very many things, but it's such a fun season
Right.
anyway, just to.
Absolutely.
And you know, one of our own AfterBuzz hosts is actually going to be on the first 3 episodes of Grey's Anatomy.
yeah.
Oh,
Janora
is
McDuffie.
Oh yes!
Yeah.
She's so great.
Nice,
She
right?
is.
So lovely.
She's a great
yeah.
girl.
Yeah, I was learning about the origin of her name, and it was like the combination of her mother and her father's name. And anyway,
So you chilled with Janora during your downtime
we
on
hung
set.
out. Yeah, we hung out a few times. She's playing this the social worker for
Right.
the Meredith baby.
Meredith.
Yeah, she's
Always
so
are the names.
she's such a sweetheart. I hope we get to see her a lot more.
Nice. Now, AfterBuzz is all about being super fans of television shows. I assume you're passionate about the world of TV. Are there any shows that you're really rooting for this weekend?
I just got into Breaking Bad. For
That's our favorite.
I'm like, I've been watching it for the last, during the summer all the shows go off the air, and I
Yeah.
hadn't seen a single episode of Breaking Bad, so I'm now just starting season 3, but I'm totally engrossed and obsessed. My poor husband is like, you want to come back to like our life? I'm like,
No, I'd rather hang out with Jesse Pinkman.
I know. Exactly.
Do you know Maria Menounos from Access Hollywood? Now she's with Extra.
I feel
know
like
of
I've
her.
met. I know.
And
of
you probably
her. I
have
feel
met
like
her.
I've Yeah.
Well, the reason this whole network got started was because of Breaking Bad. She did the exact same thing as you. She got the first 3 seasons, became obsessed,
No
became
way.
neurotic, couldn't leave, get away from her computer, was watching every single one, and it was her craving for more information on the show that launched this whole network.
way,
So that's really
crazy.
interesting you say.
Oh wow! And it's like I've got the DVD at home for the next 4 episodes, and I cannot wait to get home and start watching it.
I want to
Love
ask
it.
you about what the set of Grey's Anatomy must be like right now, because you are expecting, yes?
Yes.
And then Eric Dane, he's expecting Meredith.
Yes.
Ellen Pompeo has a baby, so is it kind of baby fever on the set now?
Oh, I'm the 4th pregnancy in a row, just of the women on the show.
Wow.
I'm like the 6th in a row if we count Eric Dane's babies. But because he had, it went Kyler, and then Ellen, and then Eric with Ellen. Not to obviously. Eric with his wife, Ellen with her husband. And then it went Jessica, and now it's me and Eric. So it's crazy. I mean, there's so many Grey's babies, and it's such a wonderful, warm set. And they know how to hide the pregnancies because they have to do it every year. So, I mean, I couldn't ask for a more like warm and welcoming crew of people.
And besides the adoption, can you tell us a little bit for our Grey's Anatomy's viewers and listeners what to expect from this season?
Yeah, well, this season is going to be really funny. We've had a lot of comedy in the first several episodes. We've been just laughing like crazy at all the table reads, which is really fun. My character's sort of taken off a bit, which is really fun. I play the chief resident, and I'm sort of the butt of every joke right now, which is actually entertaining and fun to do. But she's working really, really hard, and nobody's paying any attention to her or following any of her instructions. So that leads to some wonderful comedic moments. So yeah, there's gonna still be the drama and the tear-jerking stuff that makes everybody love Grey's. We also have some really volatile relationships. You know, it ended with Meredith and Derek in turmoil, and with Owen and Christina in turmoil, and so we're gonna kind of see these people sort of fight for each other and see that work itself out, if it's going to work itself out, you know. So there's some great relational drama, and there's some great comedy this year.
And you guys broke ground, just last year, you guys did the first musical episode as a drama. So anything crazy like that this season?
Not yet. We haven't had anything. We had a lot of like interesting, fun. We did too. This season actually we have done an all boys episode. So all the women in the show kind of had like one scene and then they were out, and it was really focused on the dudes. And that was a really fun, different kind of episode that we haven't done on Grey's before. So that was fun. But besides that, we haven't done anything yet. I'm sure that there'll be some fun surprises.
Nice. I just wanted to ask you, personally, I always love asking people who are on doctor shows this question. I know Olivia Wilde, who's on House, she's spoken very openly about how playing a doctor has made her, like, super, super smart about, like, how to self-diagnose when she's feeling ill. Do you feel like you're smarter as opposed, you know, when...
I mean, no, not really. I will say there's a part of my brain that's, like, really intrigued by all the scientific stuff. My mom is a scientist.
Oh,
she's
nice.
actually my biology and AP biology teacher in high school. You know, she's got a PhD. She's brilliant. So there's this, I think it's in my genes that I'm super fascinated with all the stuff. We were learning how to do this anastomosis on this vessel for this particular surgery, and we had a plastic surgeon come in, and he gave us like a tutorial on chicken thighs. And I literally could not stop working on it. I got so excited. I'd be in between takes while they're setting up lights, and I'd be like, you know, with the little vessels.
Working on it,
Ellen was like, that is disgusting, and you're pregnant, and that's raw chicken.
But it's not like your husband comes. It's not like your husband comes down with a cold and goes, "Hey, do you know anything about what I should have taken here?"
Do not trust me with any of that. No.
And then finally, can you tell us when you're due? Do you know what you're having?
Yeah, I'm due January 25th, and
New Year, baby.
Yeah.
Wow.
And we're going to be surprised. We don't know.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
keep the fun in it.
All about it. Lastly, just with the Emmys, fashion is such a big part of it. Are you attending the show?
I'm not attending.
Who are you looking forward to seeing on TV in their beautiful gowns?
I'm a really bad person to ask about fashion because I don't really know anything about
Girl,
fashion.
I like what you're wearing right
Come
now.
on.
Forever 21.
Hey, I love it. I was going to tell you look amazing.
They're taking our girl from us, you guys. We have to say
Thank you so
goodbye.
much
Thanks
for
for stopping
joining
by.
us, and thank you
Thanks
for
for
giving
meeting
us some
you.
hints on Grey's Anatomy.
Bye, guys.
Next
Bye.
time you're on the red carpet, come say hi to Maria.
Okay.
Okay.
And so we were talking about how you find your hosts, about the host for AfterBuzz TV. You know, I'm a reporter. Deidre is an entertainment reporter. A lot of people are actresses, singers. We have a whole bunch.
We have models. We have wrestling.
We have a former
wrestlers.
Project Runway model. We have WWE hosts. And Kevin, you know, we're always looking for new hosts. So can you tell us about that?
Yeah, the criteria is first and foremost, you have to be a super fan of the show.
Yeah.
And the second thing, the follow-up of that is like, well, you know, if you happen just to be a super fan, then that's fine too.
Yeah.
But I think what's great about AfterBuzz is because we're in LA, and because we're all in the industry, our hosts are all different kinds of people. We have production designers, we have professional wrestlers, we have producers, we have showrunners, we have editors, we have actors, we have celebrities. I mean, we have so many different people. But it's great because they're all in the business. So I can't tell you how many times we've had a show broken down where one of the hosts will say, "Oh, oh my God, I know that girl. Whatever, we did a play together so many years ago. Or I know one of our hosts had known John Hamm when he'd come to her restaurant. She waited on him for like 3 years.
Everyone has their own little walk of life, and they have their backstory. Shout out to Emily Harbert, who's in Miami right
Emily's
now working on
amazing.
Charlie's Angels.
There's
but
another
I used
example.
to love doing shows with Emily because she has a screenwriting and a production background. So
And she grew up in television, and it's just like, so with Emily, it's great. It's a great example, like our little Duchess of AfterBuzz.
Little Duchess.
But she would be like, she could tell you all the behind the scenes of what was going on. And so what we pride ourselves on is that somebody could take our concept and do it in a basement in Kansas or back in Boston, but they would never be able to do it at our level because of our AfterBuzz hosts are all tied into the business.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And that's why I want to talk about, some of our most exciting guests and episodes, what people who are new to AfterBuzz can look forward to. I can just talk about, I've hosted 16 and Pregnant, Teen Mom, Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but 16 and Pregnant, we had the moms calling in almost every show, the 16 and Pregnant stars, to tell us, and it's cool to hear their perspective once the show ends. That's why our tagline is, that's where we pick up. And so, Pretty Little Liars, can you tell us about that?
Yeah, Pretty Little Liars, we got really lucky, and for this big season finale that just happened on August 30th, we had two of the show stars, Brendan Robinson and Tyler Blackburn, come in, and let me just tell you, poor Jesse in the booth, fielding and dodging phone calls from crazy girls all over the country, just begging to ask marriage proposals for the guys. I mean, it got really, really crazy, but it's really nice that AfterBuzz serves as this sort of vehicle for the fans to interact with the stars in a way that they never ordinarily would be able to.
Who are your favorite guests, favorite episodes of AfterBuzz?
Well, I'm a wrestling
Aaron
fan.
Paul on Breaking Bad the
No,
other
we're
night.
talking to him now, and talking about the future. We were at John Lovett's Comedy Club here in LA, up at Universal City Walk, and going into the place, Maria was just going to do some stand-up comedy with him. It was a special for Extra, and come to find out, it's a multimedia studio that he has there, and they do podcasting there, and they actually do Adam Carolla there one night a week. They do Adam Carolla, and Kevin Smith does his podcast there, and those are in our business. Those are the two biggest ones, millions of downloads for those guys. And so he and I were talking about going in there for AfterBuzz on special occasions, perhaps the season finale of Breaking Bad, and maybe we could bring Aaron Paul in for that. So I know he's been going back and forth with Marie, wants to come in to schedule thing, but for me, my favorite has been, I'm a wrestling fan, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Having him in was amazing.
Huge. And we'll actually be having Lillian Garcia on next for our Glee episode, so WWE fans, you got to watch that.
Yes.
Absolutely. I wanted to ask you, though, I came into AfterBuzz in April. You obviously were here during the inception of it all. Even just since April, since I've been around, I have seen just exponential growth across the charts. Where do you see AfterBuzz going in maybe the next 6 months? The next year, the next 5 years?
I believe we're going to be there'll be a bigger focus on on more celebrity guests in studio. One thing I'd like to do for the future is have more eclectic guests that maybe don't relate to a show. Like, say, some of Maria and I celeb friends just coming in and watching an episode of Jersey Shore with us and giving us their take on that episode. I'd like to see that. But for sure, over the next 6 months, we do a lot of things with our company, and one of the things we've unfortunately been focused on is our feature film Serial Buddies, and that's taken a little bit of the focus away. But the goal is now to get refocused at AfterBuzz, to go to the next level, and I think that's more celebrities and booking more celebrities to come into studio, more cast members and crew to come into studio, and I don't know if those guys told you. Did they show you the confessional booth they're building?
Yes, I saw that.
Phil told me that you basically can go in, you can tweet, you can YouTube, you can do whatever you want. You can shoot a little video basically saying, hey, I'm Deidre, I just hosted the Pretty Little Liars after show. Mari's commentary really sucked, but hey, check it out anyways. Like, you can just poke fun at other people. So I think that'll be a cool, interesting
To that point, in the next 6 months, we should actually start promoting. Remember, all of this that you see, this is how great our fans are and how great American television fans are.
Yes.
Everything you see here, there's been no promotion.
Yeah.
None.
It's all word of mouth,
We've
organic,
put no money
grassroots.
into advertisement, no money into having publicity, nothing. And that may change. And I think at least for Maria to come out and go on a press tour, we could do that in-house. But we haven't even done that, because I told Maria's people, like, let us get to a place where this thing's functioning. Like, let us get our fleet up and running, and then when it's actually running and it's efficient, which it is now we can go out and promote. And I think over the next 6 months, that'll be the next kind of thing you see.
And quickly, before I ask my next question, I just wanted to promote Serial Buddies, because I've seen it. It's incredible. It's premiering in Boston. For tickets, any of our Boston listeners and viewers, go to bostonfilmfest.org on Tuesday. Can you tell us a little bit about
Mari.
that?
And by the way, when am I going to get an LA screening?
Soon. We just finished it.
Do you know how many people we could wrangle in about 4.5 seconds that would love to come see it?
We just finished it. So that's why we could only even do a sneak peek in Boston, because we didn't even know if we'd have it done. Literally, I mean, I came here today to this late because I was at the post-production facility outputting the film. So so we will have one. We'll do a sneak peek in Boston, and then hopefully the winter and the spring we'll do the festivals, and funny movie.
All our Boston viewers and listeners, it's the first serial killer buddy comedy. I thought it was hysterical. You got to check it out. But what I wanted to ask you about is, I host a lot of Bravo and MTV shows, and they have their own after-show content.
Right.
So what I want to ask you about is, why come to us? How are we different? And I just want to say before, you tell us a little bit more about that, the reason why we're different, at least for the Bravo and MTV shows, is we have insider information that MTV and Bravo never share. Because with the reality shows I host, a lot of times you want to know what's scripted, what's not, what's produced, what's not, and we have that insider information. We have guests come on, they can tell us about it. That's how I think we're different. But, for people who want to watch what happens live, why go to AfterBuzz?
I think everything. I wouldn't even have said what you said, but you have the better answer. But I'm very much into the whole philosophy of new media, which, if you notice, it's much. If you look at new media, everyone's sharing. It's all about information sharing, content sharing. It's not so much about competition. So being in that spirit, which I like. It's not everyone. If you notice, a lot of the high level podcasters all jump on each other's podcasts. They're not competitive in that way, like it would be on TV. Like let's say when Ryan Seacrest and Carson Daly were neck and neck career-wise, they would never jump on each other's shows. It's just Letterman and Leno. It's like in podcasting, it's different, which is very cool. And so in that vein, I say, watch those shows to even get more content. But the reason what I say is different about us is we go up even after those shows. So like for the Jersey Shore after show, for instance, if it's an episode of Jersey Shore and that evening MTV's doing their after show, we keep the hosts in the studio, we watch the after show, then we go up. So we not only comment on the show, but we give you inside information and our thoughts and feelings on the after show. So again, it's a place where you can really share the things you're thinking when you see the after show.
And especially with Jersey Shore, we're an entertaining show on our own. We're funny to watch. I mean, Kevin, we're doing Jersey Shore tonight. There's a lot of alcohol. You gotta watch.
No, that's that one almost got. That's like it launched us, but it almost sank us as well, because a lot of dumb things have happened on that show.
Sure.
A lot of drinking, a lot of stupid things were said by me. And,
but nonetheless entertaining.
And almost got the plug pulled a couple of times. It seems like it's been not as. This year we've been crazy, but a little bit tamer. I think
it was because after the Jersey Shore finale, do you remember that? And
yes.
You had a lot of beers. Maria came on, and Maria actually kicked you off.
Kicked me off. Yeah,
she you on the air.
Yeah, she got a call from her lawyer and her agent. What the F is going on over there? Blah 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 blah. She's like, what is he doing? And she's like, forget it, I'm just going over. And she drove over and just said, whatever's going on, get out of here.
How raunchy did it get?
It wasn't so much raunchy. I don't know. Was it raunchy? I think it was just bad opinion.
I was sitting there and I was sober. You were not.
No. Wait, was that when you were stumbling to the bathroom, or was that the week before?
No, that's when you had me live in studio doing shots of vodka while hosting. So that's my point.
Yeah.
We're fun. We're fun to watch.
That one is.
Let's take a really quick break. We are going to introduce Leah Thompson into the
Oh my
AfterBuzz studio.
goodness.
Come on in.
I'm going to have Leah sit next to you guys. I don't want to get in the way of a star.
No.
Want to find out what the AfterBuzz is about?
Janice is a drama queen.
This is the divide that is going to carry the series.
Give us a call. 424-256-1729. 424-256-1729. 6, 17, 29.
It's television, and they want it to be as dramatic as possible.
I mean, it's Shakespeare.
Today as it was maybe when you first started your career to kind of do the gift suites, to do the whole Emmy roundabout?
Yeah, it is, and it's very different than when I did Caroline in the City. There's a whole
which I absolutely loved that.
Yeah, totally. How is it different for you?
Well, I mean, this didn't exist before. In the early.
A lot of stars talk about that back in there was none of this stuff around, and so. I forget who it was. It was one of the actors from Desperate Housewives who was experiencing a kind of a rebirth in her career. And she had said, it's so great to have all this to really enjoy it now, where back then we didn't have as much to enjoy.
Well, yeah, it's also like, it's a celebration, and it's like pretty hedonistic, honestly.
Yeah.
People give you free stuff.
I want to ask you about Switched at Birth, which is on ABC Family. And what's interesting is it kind of took a story that was in the news. We've heard actual Switched at Birth stories. How did they make that into an entire series?
It's a great series, and people really, really love it. I think what's a really interesting element in it, it's two daughters switched at birth, and they find out at 16 and the different families. And I'm like a rich family, like perfect world, and then the other family is a single mother who's Puerto Rican. And so there's race, there's class, but there's also the element that my biological daughter, who looks like me, is deaf. So the writer has done a lot with that, and so the whole entire deaf community and the people around them have really embraced the show, because there's whole 3-minute scenes where people just argue in sign language, and there's subtitles, and nothing's ever been done like it before. And it's of course Marlee Matlin's in the show, and there's another actor that's completely deaf in the show, and so people keep coming up to me. Fans love the show. It's a huge. They ordered 32 episodes for the year.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Fans love it, and people come up to me all the time. I'm learning sign language. My kids are learning sign language. Thank you so much. My son is deaf. And so the stories are very interesting. There's a lot of conflict, and you don't have to force it.
And being part of the ABC Family is just killing it right and left with Lying
really
Game and Switched at Birth and Pretty Little Liars and Secret Life. Are you enjoying being over there, being part of a network that is delivering so much content to these super fans out there?
Well, what is nice is it's a growth network. It's always nice to be on a network going up as opposed to one going down.
Absolutely.
There's something nice about it,
right?
Yeah. So it's a relatively nice place to work. I mean, my job is great. The Switched at Birth is a great group of people. Great actors. No divas. Fantastic.
That's awesome.
Ensemble.
Yeah. And how are you dealing with all these comparisons to shows like Lying Game and Ringer that are dealing with this whole concept of two people living each other's lives and whatnot?
Well, my daughter is in Ringer. My daughter Zoe Deutsch she's in Ringer, and she's great. So I'm all for Ringer.
We gotta have your daughter call on. We just premiered our after show for the Ringer.
Yeah, I'm the host of it.
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Who did she play?
She's the stepdaughter, Zoe Deutsch. She's really, really pretty.
The feisty one?
Yes.
Oh my God! I said it on our show the other night. I was like, I don't know who that is, but she is a killer actress. She was so bratty, and she played it so well. She's beautiful.
She's beautiful. But I think what she did was so great. Due to my expert coaching, I think you feel really badly for her too, though. You see both sides. You see why she's bratty. I think she did a great job. I'm really proud of her.
So I'm hoping we could have her on to our after show for the Ringer, and we should do an after show for Switched at Birth. Would you come on to that?
Of course. I'd be honored.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, Ringer's great. So,
are you happy that your daughter maybe followed in your footsteps, or were you maybe a little hesitant at first about your child getting into this industry that can be, it can be a tough line to walk at times?
I really wanted to wait till she was a certain age, till she was 15, and I always knew from the moment she came out that she was going to be a star. She's a star.
There was no denying
She will be a star. And everybody who sees her, she's a star. So, I feel happy that if she has to be born with this, that I'm there to help her.
You can't hold it back if that's what she is.
And I'm there to go. I know how that feels. There's going to be very little that she goes through that I won't know.
Right, that you haven't experienced. Now, are you hands-on, like running lines with her and stuff like that?
I run lines with her, but I don't micromanage her at all. We Skype, I've been shooting a movie, and we Skype, and when she's got I run lines with her. But I also have another daughter that's starting to get into acting, so I'm running lines
both of them catching the bug.
Yeah, but now they have to run lines with me now.
Right.
That's the trade-off.
Right.
Now someone helps me.
And tell us about the movie you're shooting.
I'm shooting a movie called, right now it's called Gamers. It's on December 2nd on NBC. It's part of the new Family Night on NBC. It's about video gaming school.
Family-friendly movie?
Yes, very family friendly.
Nice.
But I'm
Since we
also
are
going to the
here-
Boston Film Festival for a less family.
Wait a second. I'm going to the Boston. My son's going to be there.
You do?
What night are you guys playing?
Wednesday?
Wednesday. I'm there Tuesday.
Oh my gosh. Mine's called The Trouble with the Truth. What's yours called?
Serial Buddies.
Oh.
Mine's a movie about retarded people, but not really
So
retarded
Boston
people.
viewers
It's
and
just about a bunch of
listeners,
idiots.
you got two
Go check out Leah Thompson's movie. Go check out Keven Undergaro's
we need
movie.
to talk. No, wait, because Maria Menounos, now with Extra, she produced our film, Serial Buddies, and we're going to be there. And I don't know if you're going to be there. I'd love to be able to have you be part of the piece. Extra's going to do a piece to cover it. I don't know if
Is that on Tuesday?
we're there Tuesday. You flying in on Wednesday? Well, maybe we can work out something.
No, maybe Tuesday.
If it is Tuesday, let's do that. Let's do this.
How do I do that? I'll get you.
Yeah, no, we will.
Making magic
We will.
over here.
guys
Thank
go.
you so much for
Thank you
stopping.
so
Leah,
much.
thank you
guys.
so
Have a
much.
great Emmys weekend. Nice meeting
Leah
you.
Thompson.
So,
I'll
Look at that.
write my email.
stand up.
Stand up, really?
So we're doing a quick shot.
Quick
but for
shot.
all our
We'll be
viewers
right
and
back.
listeners,
I'm excited
bostonfilmfest.com.
about my movie. My movie's like
And-
2 people. Yeah.
A really exciting part about.
That's the first
Are they
serial killer
still?
body film.
Yes, so we actually have 3 vendors who are here at the Style Lounge coming on to tell us a little bit more. But it was great having Leah Thompson on.
She is so fantastic. I know you just said you were a Caroline in the City
Oh,
fan,
yeah,
as
totally.
was I. And I think that's what's so fun about these gifting suites. You never know who's going to pop in and sit down with you. But for the viewers at home who aren't really necessarily familiar with the concept of a gifting suite, basically we're here in the Mondrian Hotel. We're kind of sequestered off in a part of the lobby, and there's a bunch of different vendors here who come here to promote their products.
Hello. And one of the vendors here.
I'm Craig Arthur von Schroeder from Commonwealth Proper. Out of Philadelphia, we make custom suits.
Very cool.
Just for men.
Of which you're wearing right now? Because you look very dapper.
You have to wear your own product.
Yes, I would
You
hope
have to wear
so.
your own product. But just for men, we value fit, proportion over trends. Women are very trend driven.
Yeah.
Guys, we believe they should dress classically. Dress in a timeless style, and we produce suits that do that.
Cool.
That endure over time.
And what are you showing here today?
We're just showing some suits. LA, I'm from Philadelphia, the East Coast, and out here is a lot of formal stuff going on, red carpet events. So we are showing some of our tuxedos that we have, for some celebrities to grace the red carpets and to look dapper.
Now, do you have a celebrity clientele already? Are
Yes,
you
we
building
do.
that up? Oh, tell
Yeah,
us
we're-
some of the names.
It's all about the names. David Arquette was recently photographed in one of our suits for in Style Party the other week, and it was on, I believe, the front cover of USA Today.
His style always kills it.
Yeah, he's a funky dresser, and
Yeah.
but now he's in the limelight with Dancing with the Stars.
yeah.
So we're doing some stuff for him on that, and
cool.
Adrian Grenier, we've
my heart and soul.
I think he's wore our shirt on the last episode of Entourage.
Oh,
I haven't
okay.
seen it yet, but I've heard. But we're getting out there.
Very cool.
And so for our viewers and listeners who see your suit and the other products, where can they find it?
We're going to be out here at a boutique. We're just kind of doing we're going to be launching at a pretty well-known boutique out here, doing a shop within a shop for custom. But otherwise on the net, commonwealthproper.com. And, check us out on the web.
You look fantastic. I
Thank
even
you.
love the cut of these pants. The viewers at home can't see it. Maybe if you stand
Why don't you
up.
stand up and model for us?
Show us.
They're custom jeans, that we did.
I mean, those are so cool. It's like you don't see that every day walking down the street. So
Okay, and so that's
Amazing.
Commonwealth Proper.
Yeah, commonwealthproper.com.
commonwealthproper.com, and
Check them
maybe we can have you on our after show for Dancing with the Stars on the
Absolutely.
weeks that David Arquette is wearing your clothes.
Absolutely.
You can call in.
Hopefully there's no wardrobe malfunction when that happens. So
No, I would love to
I won't
hear-
claim that.
I would love to hear about the David Arquette styling process.
It's fun.
Yeah?
Very fun.
Well, thank you so
Yeah.
much for coming on,
Thank you.
and
Great to
enjoy
meet
the rest
you.
of your Style
All right,
Lounge
thank you very
experience.
much. All right,
Thank
see
you.
ya.
But that's what's so cool about, this Style Lounge is basically any celebrities who are on any of the television shows, nominated or not, like Sarah Drew, like Leah Thompson, can come through here, get suits. We have popcorn.
Oh, uh-oh.
We have another
We have
vendor.
more,
another
more
vendor about to
scams
step
going on. I
in.
love it. More free swill.
It looks like he's got food and I'm starving, so
I know,
let's see what we've got over here. How's it going?
Good.
I'm Deidre, this is Mari.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
from
you.
J1 Foods.
Okay. Well, this is incredible.
Seaweed.
So good and healthy.
I was
right?
going to say,
Very
everybody in
healthy.
Hollywood is so health conscious. Tell us why we should go out and get ourselves some crunchy rice roll.
Well, both of these snacks that you see right here, they're 100% natural, vegan, and gluten-free. So a lot of people are out there looking for healthy snacks that contain no nuts or any animal byproducts. This is a great snack option.
Awesome.
And another thing is that whole package that you're holding right there, it's only 30 calories. So it's something that's very guilt-free. You can eat it. Has packed with vitamins and minerals.
I mean, I could just see celebrities going absolutely nuts for this.
And
who have you managed to get it in the hands of?
These are actually, we've seen a couple of celebrities from the real world over here, Romy from the real world.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to a couple of other, like Randy Jackson I saw on the list. I wanted to see him here, holding some products up.
Amazing. Cool.
And so tell us the name of your company and where people
I'm from
can find
J1
it.
Foods. The seaweed is under the Seas Gift brand.
Okay.
You can find it at Whole Foods, Costco. You can find it at Walmart and a variety of retailers.
And as well as the crunchy rice rolls?
Yes.
You got
Crunchy
brown
rice
rice?
would be natural foods.
Black pearl rice and white rice. Very exotic.
Very exotic. Only
Love
in
it.
Asia. So.
Only in Asia. Very cool. Thank you so much for stopping
Thank
by.
you for having me on.
Of course.
Thank you so much. But that's
yeah,
what I was
continue what
saying.
you were
It's
saying.
so cool,
We just
any
talked about
celebrity
seaweed.
can come by
We were just
here.
talking about Leah Thompson. We were just talking with Leah Thompson. I mean, it's all over the board here
Yeah,
at this
we've seen
point.
True Blood stars Leah Thompson, Sarah Drew. They come by here. They can get men's suits. They can get crunchy rice rolls. It's cool.
There's women's
It's a great
lotion over
scam.
there.
That's why we love
There's
Hollywood.
Willy Wonka candy over there. It's just a hot mess of
Yeah.
fabulousness.
I know.
Are we digging in?
I'm
Let's
digging
try
in.
it.
I'm hoarding all the food for poor DJ Jesse because he's literally stuck in that corner for 6 hours. Don't worry, Jess, I got rations for you. We've got a crunchy rice roll, all right, and I've got roasted seaweed.
And we actually have one more vendor coming on to join us. He's
Oh,
going to
okay.
come on and
Where is he?
sit right next to me. I'm going to meanwhile open this up and
Uh-oh,
try
here
some
we
of
go,
this.
here we go. We got more.
Oh, so
more.
now we
It's
got some
enough.
drinks
And Jess, I'm
for
getting you
our
your
food.
drinks. Don't worry, the drinks are coming.
Okay,
Omega.
Hi. Okay, so we have Omega water in several different flavors. Can you tell me about this?
Sure. It's fruit flavored water infused with omega-3s. So you get your omega-3s and you can hydrate, and it helps with your skin, and it's refreshing, and it comes in 4 different flavors.
So I'm sure a lot of the celebrities coming by here today hear, oh, it can help with your skin.
Yes, they could get Emmys ready the next few days.
Well, I know a lot of people love the omega-3 vitamins.
Yes.
Talk to me about a vitamin versus drinking a bottle of this. Is it equivalent?
Yes, and I feel like this is a little bit easier to carry it around wherever you go. You could
Sure.
take it to the gym, you could keep it in your purse,
Yeah.
and you could just keep hydrating and drinking the water.
Very cool.
And tell us for all our viewers and listeners at home, who have you seen come by? Who are your celebrity clientele?
We had Brooke Burke is a big fan. We've worked with her in the past.
And her skin's amazing, so I'm
Yes.
buying it.
Yeah, okay.
And today we had some of the members of True Blood, Grey's Anatomy so far, but it's still early in the day, so we have all day.
Is there anybody you're dying to see here that you're just dying to get some
We
omega
wanna
water
get
into
the
their hands?
Kardashians.
Oh, of course. Anything they touch turns to gold.
Yeah,
so
we're gonna try.
Why not? Well, where can we find omega water online if viewers out there want to go purchase it?
Amazon.com. It's available at Amazon.com. For those in New York and New Jersey, it's available at Dwayne Reed and Wegmans stores, Wegmans food chains. It's also available at Hy-Vee and a few specialty food stores and things like that around the country. But they're growing and they'll be in more doors soon. So.
Love it. And what are the flavors available really quickly?
They are Fruit Fusion, Berry Breeze, Orange,
Splash.
and Lemon Squeeze.
Very cool. Thank you so much for joining us, ladies. So
Thank
once
you.
again, oh, I'd love it. I'm gonna take one home with me. So that's Omega Water, Amazon, Dwayne Reed, Hy-Vee.
Yes, go
Thank
check
you
it
so
out.
much, guys.
Thank you,
Have a great
Deidre.
Style Lounge day. But that's what's so interesting, about these award shows is they have these gift suites in the days prior, and what's so cool about us is, we're selling a product of a different sort. We're selling AfterBuzz TV, which is why I want to get Kevin back on here.
Yes, welcome back.
Oh, did you guys get Jesse's drinks?
Oh, yes.
All right, Jesse, we have Omega Water Orange. Is that what you want, Jesse, or do you want?
Squeeze.
You want lemon? Lemon.
Berry Breeze.
No. He likes red.
Red?
No, berry green. Fruit fusion.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going
So,
fruit fusion.
What I was saying is, I wanted to get Kevin back on here is the Emmys is kind of the kick-off to the new season of shows. Glee's about to start September 20th, Dancing with the Stars about to start, so many. So I wanted to ask you finally, what can we expect from the new season of shows on AfterBuzz TV?
Well, that's a great question. I really wish we had Phil Svitek here to answer that. Phil, can you sit in and answer a question for us, please?
Phil is
Sorry,
the
I told you.
brains behind
I can tell you how you open up a computer, you hook up 2 microphones, and that's a podcast.
I don't know if we've had a chance to talk about Kevin's movie Serial Buddies.
No,
but
we did. No, we did. The girls were
All
right about. Thank you, Phil.
Yep.
No, but the point is, we run AfterBuzz like we're the trophy makers. We don't really know what we're doing.
No,
Well, whatever you're doing is working.
What I was asking is,
he's a prodigy.
we have a new crop of shows, a new season of shows. So what can we expect from AfterBuzz TV?
Well, we just started The
Glee, Dancing
Ringer
with the Stars.
from
Yeah,
CW. There we go.
She does The Ringer.
Last night we did Mario Lopez as Hater.
Tonight
Very
we're doing
good
America's
season.
Next Top Model.
There you go. I will too for Mario. Very good series.
Interesting concept. I think it's very, very innovative.
I thought it was a lot
what
of
he's
fun. We did the new season of Survivor last night.
Yes.
I liked it.
We don't do a lot of network shows like that, so I'm interested to see how that does.
Next week, obviously we have Glee. We have Two Broke Girls. You guys have to watch that. Our own Beth Bears.
Yes, our own Beth Bears.
Who did the Emmys after show for us last year.
Right.
She's on the show along with Kat
she's-
Dennings.
And one of the stars of Serial, and star of Serial Buddies.
Yes.
Nice.
That's right.
cool.
Let's
Are all
see.
the shows just going to be like amplified with bigger and better hosts and more
'Cause
fun
now-
stuff and more celebrities and
This
better
is our
news and
second
gossip?
season around. That's why I
Yeah.
think we
Right.
really know what we're doing now. We got some great guests. That's why.
That's right. I mean, we continue to evolve every day, and so that's what we love to see. And now we've literally hit 70 shows that we've covered so far, and with the new season coming up, I mean, we're excited for Boardwalk Empire, Breaking Bad still going on, Walking Dead everyone's excited for, Dexter's a huge one.
Pretty Little Liars is coming back.
Yeah, Pretty Little Liars coming.
Archer, for those of you who like Archer on FX, we love that. The League, we got to say, I mean, Jack and Jeff Schaefer, they're two of our very close friends. You got to watch The League.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, is the diversity of the network. All of our hosts are so diverse in every way. Because the guys who do Archer and the girls, let's say, who do Liars, I mean, it's
A world of, it's two completely different
and
worlds.
I love that. And I think when I see other, say, not even podcast networks, when I see other say production entities that come together to do this kind of stuff, it's always the same hosts. Like, it's as much as I would love to have you two girls host every after show because you are that amazing. I love how AfterBuzz has a whole different core on AfterBuzz, a whole different core on Archer, a whole different core that
And you
does
fit
Jersey
the
Shore.
host to the show.
Right.
You know, like, I'm a reality buff, so I do a lot of the reality shows.
And I'm a drama whore, so I do a lot of the dramatic
I'm
soap opera
a
types
low
of shows.
life who wishes he was at a club drunk all the time,
So
picking
he
up
does
whores.
Jersey Shore.
So I do Jersey
And we
Shore.
have, I mean, there's so much diversity. I mean, there was someone who came up to me, can we do A-List Dallas? I know you don't really do those shows. I'm like, whoa, what do you mean we don't do those shows? Of course we do those shows.
Anything that, if you're a fan of the show, listen, we've had people say, and it hasn't happened yet, but I know a 78-year-old guy is like, I want to do the Village
Antique Roadshow.
Antique Roadshow.
78.
And I said,
Wants
you know
to do
what?
AfterBuzz.
He wants to do the Antique Roadshow. And I said, you know what? If you're a fan of it, then other people are fans of that too.
Totally.
So we don't just go after like the number one show, like if it's Survivor or whatever it's getting a bit. We don't care about that. We just care about our hosts. If they have a passion for that show, we'll do it. We also finally we're going to be doing the Raw after show for Monday Night Raw. And that'll
October
be
3rd.
With Lily Garcia and
Maria Canales,
everybody.
And a writer from WWE, and they're also going to take a super fan of WWE and throw him into the mix.
You know, I see a lot of stars coming in, so
I do too.
I'm gonna
Cheryl
start-
Hines just walked in.
Cheryl Hines,
Huge
and
fan
we
of
have
Cheryl
I
Hines.
do want to
Samantha
remind all our
Harris.
viewers and listeners,
Where they can
if you
find
want to
us.
find out the shows we do host, it's AfterBuzzTV.com.
We're popping up.
If there is a show
guys do your
that you
job.
think we should host that we don't, please email us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com.
You can tweet us at AfterBuzzTV. I know that they're always religiously checking the Twitter feed on that, responding to people.
Facebook us, Facebook.com/AfterBuzzTV. We're totally new media here.
We really are. This is at Fagel, MFAGEL. I'm at her name is Deidre, DEIDRE. We're always open to comments. We're always open to criticism and commentary. We love compliments more than anything.
And we love call-ins. So check out our schedule of when we're live on AfterBuzzTV.com. But call us if you are a big Teen Mom fan, a big Dancing with the Stars fan, and you want to give us your opinion. Call us. It's 424-256-1729.
Yes.
And
we look forward to interacting with you guys because that's what makes the world go round. We love hearing your opinions, whether you agree or disagree with us. So, are we going to get some of these lovely ladies to hop in here with us?
Yeah. Why don't we go to a quick commercial break?
Let's do a quick commercial break.
In a second. You know, we're going to... It's exciting because it's live here, you know.
Yeah, you never know what's going to happen.
We got celebrities. We are literally watching celebrities come through, and Cheryl Hines is literally right behind the camera, which is why I'm freaking out.
And I'm having a small heart attack because Constance Zimmer from Entourage, I used to host the Entourage after show, she just walked in. So it's kind of like there's a really fun hodgepodge of people going on behind the cameras right now. I wish you guys could see. I'm so excited for them to come in here.
I know. I hope they come in so I can ask them. I mean...
Kevin's currently talking with Cheryl, so hopefully he's saying, can you go talk to them right now?
Definitely. So besides AfterBuzz TV, though, we are here for the Emmys, which are on Sunday.
Yes.
What are your predictions?
I'm the worst person to ask because judging by my track record, I can never ever get it right.
Okay.
I think that Glee is a standout show. I don't really watch it that often, but from what I've seen of it, it's really quality acting. It's really quality comedy. There's some good dramatic moments in there. I think Glee will do really well this weekend.
Well, we're actually hosting the Glee after show right after this, and we have a whole lineup of predictions for that. So, Jane Lynch is going to be hosting. Chris Colfer is up for another award, and we want to bring on Samantha Harris from Entertainment Tonight.
I mean,
who's
who
here
better
to join
to ask
us
for predictions than an entertainment reporter herself?
Exactly. So it's good that we're talking about this. Yes. Hopefully, we can pick her brain about who she thinks is going to win.
Yes.
I think Glee's going to take it big. You think Glee's going to take it big.
Yes, so
Modern
we'll see if
Family,
she agrees with us.
Breaking Bad for sure. So let's get Samantha Harris.
Yes, welcome. Come on in.
We're going to pick her brain about Emmy predictions.
We're just talking about our Emmy predictions, and it's so appropriate that you just stepped in at this second. Who better to comment
thank you.
than you? So, happy Emmys.
Happy Emmys to you. A good, fun week to be had by all.
Right.
I was hanging out with Cheryl Hines and Constance Zimmer from Entourage, which of course just completed their season finale, which was great. And now
sore subject for me.
Okay, all right. I don't know where you're going with that, so I'll just let it pass.
It just ended. Yeah.
Oh, just because it's over.
The
I
series
thought maybe
ended.
there was some other personal trauma.
Oh no!
I just did,
The show's over.
Exactly.
But who do you think? We were just talking. We think Glee's really going to go hard this weekend. Any thoughts on that?
Well, I mean, first of all, the fact that Jane Lynch is hosting is good. If nothing else, it's going to make the show fun.
Yes.
She's a great performer. She doesn't always get the opportunity on the show to perform to her capability, and so I think I would be shocked if we don't have a huge musical number opening the show, whether or not it's with the Glee cast like last year with Jimmy Fallon or not. But it would be silly to not have some of the Glee kids.
She actually just joked, Jane Lynch, that she's going to have people singing when people are talking too long in their acceptance speeches. To wrap it up, she's going to have actors singing like louder and louder and slowly higher pitches to take them off. So
that's better than the classical music that they use to cue them up.
Yeah.
So.
But do you think Glee's going to win? You know, best comedy. They're up against Modern Family, 30 Rock, The Office. It was
Steve Carell's last season, so that does make that sort of a shoe-in to win. The Office is a great show. It's well written, it's well cast, well acted. Obviously, Glee is a tremendous show, has a phenomenal following. But sometimes, just because it's a fan favorite, doesn't mean that it wins with the Emmy voters.
Yeah. Sure. So do you think Steve Carell is a lockup for Best Actor in Comedy? He's never won.
It is his time, without a doubt.
So and his last episode.
And it was obviously his last season.
That was such a great episode, the way he ended.
The last episode of the season, of his final season, absolutely. So I wouldn't be surprised if he wins. I think he deserves it. I definitely think he does. But it's tough competition. I mean, look who he's up against.
It's stiff, yes. And of course the fashion is something that everybody looks forward to. I assume you'll be out there on the red carpet.
I'm going to leave the red carpet this year to my counterparts in Entertainment Tonight, Mark Steinis and Nancy O'Dell, because I will be hunkering down at the Entertainment Tonight after party, which is the biggest party in Hollywood for the Emmys.
I will be there covering.
Oh, yeah, fantastic. So I will see you there. And of course, we have a phenomenal gift bag, which everyone always wants to go for.
I believe there was a Hawaii trip in there last year.
Oh yeah, this year we've got I think private jet charter. We've got a nice stay at La Costa Resort. I mean, the list goes on of party favors, and everybody's excited about that. But what's fun too is we have obviously a great musical performer. We've got it's going to be a lot of fun. The food is what I look forward to because it is fantastic.
Because you're so hungry by that
Be
time.
hungry when you come, because if you don't come with an appetite, you'll be a little bit disappointed. And there's going to be a sprinkles cupcake truck outside at the ballet.
Dangerous.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm allowed to tell that, but
who are your favorites? I think January Jones consistently looks phenomenal on the red carpet.
Christina Hendricks.
Christina Hendricks always looks so classic.
I actually just saw her actually down the street at another pre-Emmy event just literally moments ago. She's even just in her off attire when she's just hanging out, walking around. Christina Hendricks looks beautiful. She has such a
flawless skin,
a wonderful skin, a glow. Her body is wonderful. I just love her fashion sense as well. So she of course will look good. I think Leah Michelle has really made a great mark on the red carpet as she has continued to hit the red carpet circuit for all the different Glee nominations, and I think that she probably will make sure that she has her best shoe forward and her best gown on.
Yes, I hope the Gossip Girls go. I always love Blake Lively, always.
Well, we talked about the comedy end, though. I just want to ask you about the drama end, who you think is going to take it home big, because there's so many good dramas this year.
The Good Wife, everyone loves the show. The Good Wife is so well written. Yes. CBS has succeeded so well with The Good Wife, and Juliana Margulies is phenomenal. From all the reviews, the critics, and the fans. So when you're loved by not only the fans but also the critics, that's when I think a win from a nomination can be had.
Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us.
Have fun today. Lots of great celebrities mingling around here at the pre-Emmy bash and here at the Style Lounge. So have a lot of fun.
Thanks for sharing your insight with us. Great to meet you.
Thank you.
So great to meet you.
And take care.
And actually, talking about Glee, that's going to be our next after show. So I want to wrap it up, take a quick commercial break, and then we'll come back for Glee. So watch that, Glee fans. We have some news predictions about next season, so you got to stay tuned. And thank you so much for joining us. Make sure to check out AfterBuzzTV.com,
Kevin,
Twitter,
come
Facebook.
say goodbye.
Yeah, the founder of AfterBuzz TV back on again to sign us off in our intro show at the Emmy
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in, and thank you, ladies. And no more good stuff ahead. No, we promise. It's going to be a great fall season, and AfterBuzz will continue to grow.
AfterBuzz will continue to take over the world.
Absolutely. Well, we don't want to take over. We're a pirate ship, as we say, right?
Yeah. Love it. We got more stuff coming up this season, but we got a lot of stuff coming up the next 2 days.
Right.
6 hours today, 6 hours tomorrow. Glee, Boardwalk Empire, Dancing with the Stars, Project Runway.
America's Next Top Model.
Well, that's not in these.
Tonight.
Yeah, and we actually have our Emmy pre-show tomorrow. We will be back to sign us out. The three of us, Courtney Stewart, will be talking about all the fashions, all the predictions. So stay tuned in the next 2 days.
Very exciting.
Lots of fun stuff. Thank you guys so much for sticking with us this past hour. We've had fun. Hope you had fun too. And we will see you. When is the next show up?
Thank you, ladies.
In about 20 minutes. And more celebrities to come.
You two girls, so informative. Like, at AfterBuzz, we've got producers, but most of these shows have several producers that are feeding, talent, information, or they'll have an earpiece where they're getting these girls. Everything you heard, all the information you guys knew, but we threw so many different stars at you, that are all different parts of the business.
But that's because you hired two TV buffs. That's what AfterBuzz is all about. We're passionate about television. We're passionate about shows, and that's what you can expect from us all season on AfterBuzz.
You would think Mari was getting paid. That's how good of a spokesperson she is.
Yes.
And she's not. So just know that.
It's just because I'm so passionate about AfterBuzz and all the TV shows.
Mari.
Stay tuned, more celebrities to come.
Thank you.
From producers Keven Undergaro and Phil Svitek, engineer DJ Jesse Janity, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network. If you have questions or comments, be sure to buzz us at info@AfterBuzzTV.com. And you can find us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter by searching for AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.